So here now, joining me is one of Roy Moore's fiercest defenders. Amy Kremer is co-chair of Women for Trump. She took part in the Women for More rally that was held just days after the Washington Post broke the sexual misconduct allegations against him. And she has been a very vocal supporter. Amy, good evening to you. You just heard probably Doug McKelway's report. And really one of the most important elements for Roy Moore tonight is going to be turnout of conservative women and whether or not they were turned off by these allegations.
Right, and I think that they are going to turn out and vote because this state is a Republican state. Donald Trump was elected overwhelmingly here, and he was elected because of the things that women care about: national security, jobs, the economy, those sort of things. And President Trump has said that he needs Roy Moore in the Senate to give him support. We've all seen what one vote in the Senate can do with John McCain and the repeal and replace of Obamacare. So this election is very important. And I think, Martha, it may be a little bit like when President Trump was elected, that you may not see the yards and the stickers, the yard signs and the stickers and whatnot, but when people go to the polls, they're going to vote for who they believe is the best for them and their family, because that's what matters.
Yeah, I mean, we know that, anecdotally, there haven't been a lot of Roy Moore signs out there. There are indications that perhaps people aren't telling the pollsters that they're going to vote for Roy Moore. Just in terms of these allegations, why did you decide, why do you not believe these women? Do you believe that it's a conspiracy against your candidate?
First of all, I've never said I don't believe these women. I think it doesn't matter what I believe or you believe or anybody else in the media. I think that this is for the people to decide. The people of Alabama, when they go to the polls, they're going to weigh all this information. I can't imagine that there's anybody in this state that is not aware of these allegations. And so I think it's preposterous to think that these people don't have the knowledge and the wherewithal to vote on the things that matter to them. And they're going to have to weigh this with the issues that affect them and their families. And I certainly think it'll play into it, and maybe some people won't vote for him. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I wasn't there. I'm not going to say that these women are lying. I don't know. But I certainly question, 40 years later, these allegations are coming out. And, I mean, there's been stories, the holes that have been blown in some of these stories. So it's just something that the voters are going to have to decide at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And they've got a very tough decision because they have to weigh these stories that they've been hearing. And obviously, pro-life is a very, popular stance in Alabama. Right. It's something that people care about a lot. And that's going to weigh into their decision as much as the allegations, do you think?
Probably for some people, but Martha, I don't know. This is a very conservative state, and the social issues do matter to them. Traditional marriage, pro-life, and I'm sure that it's going to play a big part in it. But some people, it may not. I don't know. But I do think that Roy Moore is going to win. Like I said, I think we're going to see some of that Trump effect. At the end of the day, what it comes down to here is that you have a progressive liberal that's going to vote San Francisco, New York values along with Schumer and Pelosi, or you have a candidate that's going to promote and push for President Trump America First agenda. And I think that's what it comes down to, and that's what people have to decide: the resistance movement or the America First, Make America Great Again movement.
Amy Kremer, thank you very much, Amy. Well, you'll be watching. We'll be watching. We'll see. We're going to get some numbers very shortly in all of this. So thanks for being here tonight.